Our first ever guest from this specific state. Jordan, I'll let you introduce yourself.
What's the most underrated music festival and what's the most overrated music festival?
On the low though, let's just call this out for a second. What's been like with rap music lately? I feel like
My energy.
You were definitely on 6ix9ine's live when you got out of jail.
Yep. I used to be a big 6ix9ine guy.
30-second elevator pitch on yourself. Ready, set, go. The complete unknowingness of what's going to be said next. Not even, not just a my mouth, but Jawan's mouth and the guest's mouth.
Unstructured podcast. It's a new week. Got my brother Jordan Green in the house. I'm gonna lose my voice. Shout out Tommy Hilfinger. How the hell we feeling? Jordan Green, founder and CEO of Glacier Marketing Group. Guy's a painter in the background too as a hobby. How we feeling?
feeling good, feeling calm, feeling ready for the unstructured pod and some shenanigans today.
Let's go, Jordan. How you feeling? Our first ever guest from this specific state. Jordan, I'll let you introduce yourself, but you're having a good day so far. It's been busy for you, but tell the people a little bit about yourself. We did this with a previous guest, but I'm gonna get the timer out again, and you have 30 seconds. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. You gotta do 30-second elevator pitch on yourself. Ready, set, go.
Literally time going.
I got you. My name is Jordan Green, born and raised in Anchorage, Alaska. Founded a company called Glacier. We specialize in creating viral content during iconic Gen Z moments such as like March Madness, college football, and like to create out-of-the-box collaborations. We represent talent, we create brand partnerships, and we host concerts and events. That's kind of our business, but on the side, I would say I'm just like I'm a chiller, I guess. Now I'm playing.
That's it. 30 seconds. You killed it. That was good.
Yo, you would have went on to the second round of the higher view, like for real.
My guy.
I like that.
That's a fit though. But guess what? Jordan don't got to worry about taking interviews because the only interviews he's taking is with Sirius XM and other stations, not KPMG. Shout out KPMG though. But yo, Jordan, we asked last time, but I'm gonna ask today. What'd you eat for breakfast? Salmon?
Just scrambled eggs, to be honest, and an avocado. Been locking in. Was at the gym this morning at like 6. So, shout out Brad Kraut, kick the sheets. Was actually gonna meet him this morning at Zoo Culture, but was a fade. Not gonna lie, because he's like 40 minutes away from me. Still love you, Brad. We got to work out in soon, but yeah, I'm just trying to get on my motion shit. It's Motion Monday after all, so gotta get right.
So you're from Alaska and you're living in LA right now. What's the biggest difference between the weather of the two states?
I'd say it's about 10 degrees. I would say LA is like 80, Anchorage is like 70.
Besides the weather, what's the main difference between Alaska and California?
The people and the culture. I think everyone in Alaska is like super laid back and chill and much slower way of life. But when you're a young entrepreneur trying to pursue your dreams, you got to come to the heart of entertainment, music, and sport. And unfortunately, Alaska is known for fishing, camping, and rock climbing, and snow machines, and dog sledding, and eagles, and whatever else you want to say. So, yeah, had to dip out of there for a little bit and pull up to West Hollywood.
That's a W, Jordan.
You know what's crazy about what he just said, Ethan? He said that LA is fast paced. That's what it seemed like, correct? I don't want to misspeak.
Compared to Alaska.
I mean, but let me tell you something. I think LA's slow as heck in comparison to New York. So, bro, you talk about zoo culture. Bring that to freaking New York City. That's the central hub of that.
They need it.
But other than that, man, so Jordan, we're playing Young Metro before this. By Future, one of the better artists out there in the country. Obviously, you mentioned with Glacier Marketing, you guys like going to music festivals. What's the most underrated music festival and what's the most overrated music festival?
That's a crazy question. Well, I'm biased, so shout out all the homies at Breakaway. We recently completed a college tour with them. Great people, like their entire team. They're driven. They're just amazing people to work with. They're underrated as hell. They're going to be They are one of the fastest growing music festivals in the country. They have 10 festivals nationwide, and that's going to be continuing to grow every year. Shout out to Breakaway, underrated, and then overrated. I haven't really been to like that many music festivals just because I've been kind of getting into everything in the past like 2 years or so. But I would say like
From what you've seen.
from what I've seen, I know I'm not gonna say anything's overrated because I want to work with all of them. So like if they ever see this, then I'm just public relations.
I love that. You're keeping your carbon footprint clean, which is great. But I will say that
That's a
Rolling
big
Loud
word for you, by the way.
carbon footprint.
I feel
First of
like
all,
that's a
it's two
Digital
words.
footprint, but yeah, same shit.
It's same thing. Whatever. Rolling Loud's overrated. It was overrated. I hated it. Honestly, it wasn't my vibe. So I
Heard
mean,
that too.
so I'll just say like for me, it wasn't a fit.
which
But
Rolling Loud though. New York,
I went to
Miami.
Miami. It was in Miami.
So that's the big one, and you're telling me that that was overrated.
Yes, and everyone was there. You name an artist, and they were
Travis Scott.
there. He was there. He was there. That was the most stacked Rolling Loud lineup, and it was so overrated. There was a false accusation of a shooting, so I actually had the scariest moment of my life. I wasn't expecting to talk about that, but it was insane. Rolling Loud overrated. Jordan, you don't have to speak about Rolling Loud, but
On the low though, like let's just call this out for a second. What's been like with rap music lately? Like I feel like
total
there
L.
hasn't been that many like breakout artists, like breakout songs, and like I mean, I grew up on rap. I grew up on Drake, Future, Kendrick, all those guys. Let's not get into the beef, but
No.
I think it's kind of sad that I mean, maybe it's just like I'm maturing and exploring more music taste in college and stuff, but been, heavy into like the EDM like dance music scene and like also just like diversifying what I listen to, but like hasn't really been any like, you know, rap bangers that really stand out to me lately.
You're saying, are you saying from a summer standpoint, you haven't really gotten anything like that pop?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
bro, it's crazy though you say that, and I tell you why. I'd say it's about 83% accurate and 17%, if I did my math correctly there, inaccurate on the sense of, bro, Future and all these guys just dropped albums, and we just had the Drake Kendrick beef, which was music every single day almost. So
sure.
maybe that's just my.
It's a combination, Juwan. I think it's a combination of one maturing and getting older and being willing to explore new music, and then it's also a combination of, I mean, like the culture of rap right now is crazy. Like it's all about beef. It's all about status. It's all about who's
That's
got more
true.
followers than the other. Like it's not like what it used to be when it was genuinely like people would try to make songs just because they liked it, and then like then there happened to be beef back in the day, but and then I don't even know what I'm saying right now. But
2014 to 2020 was like an era where like
peak,
I was obsessed with rap.
peak,
Now it's
Like, name me some songs right now that come to mind when you think of 2015 vibes.
like
P's and Q's, Lil Uzi was like an all-time classic for me. Like,
Life of a Dark Rose by Lil Skies just reminisced on that album a couple
yeah,
days
bro,
ago.
that's Lil Skies actually was my favorite rapper growing up. Shout out Lil
Uzi.
Skies.
Uzi, can't forget about Uzi.
Uzi, can't forget. Like, just so many like
Tekka was bigger.
Yo,
Becca.
Jordan, I said this to Ethan. I said the biggest fall off, who had the biggest fall off rapper out of these three, you name them. I have Fetty Wap, Designer, or oh my god, I forgot the other one, Lil Tecca. Well, he didn't really fall off.
Lil
Fetty Wap,
Tecca-
That's crazy. That's
Tekka
crazy.
actually bounced back. That's
No, I agree. So that's about. Oh no, I'm sorry. Little Pump, I found it. Little Pump,
Pump,
Designer, Fetty Wap.
I mean, Lil Pump just kind of became a sellout. Like he got in the whole like crypto, like, NFT crap, and like yeah, it just kind of tanked any respect I think anyone had for him. Fetty Wap and Designer, I mean, it's hard when you have one astronomical song and then you have to size up to that after that. It's just but yeah,
Fetty had an album though.
Fetty had a really good album. I was just gonna say, Designer.
Yeah, baby.
yeah. No, you're right. He's got a handful of songs.
Designer had one song, and then absolutely fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah. So I
So.
guess the answer for me would be Lil Pump, but then I don't know. I was never like Gucci Gang. Like that wasn't me, bro. That was probably you, Juwan, though. Let's be real. So
I'm not gonna lie.
Definitely.
Let's be real. Take to be real. I did actually. I was that guy. I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite songs is "Let's Get
Oh,
It." Like, can you imagine my energy?
you were definitely on 6ix9ine's live when he got out of jail.
Yep.
Definitely.
I used to be a big 6ix9ine guy. Like Chico with Tory Lanez.
I hope you don't post this.
That.
I mean, that's all Joanne. I mean,
Yeah, but
we
no,
don't
enough
edit
of thinking,
the Unstructured podcast unless we're making clips for the social media. So
Fact. Jordan, what's your favorite childhood memory?
Ooh.
Um, Damn, bro, that's a crazy question. I'd say I have a lot of really fond memories of skiing. Like every weekend when I was in like middle school and high school, would go down to a ski resort called Alyeska, like 45 minutes south of Anchorage. And just like, yeah, I'd say kind of fell in love with like the outdoors through that. And think that kind of led me into like a passion for fishing and like both, I mean, skiing's obviously hard. Feel like I've been getting like bad knees and hips and I'm only 21, but like, obviously you want to like make those passions like a lifelong thing. And yeah, takes you also all over the world. You get to ski and fish in amazing places. So, I'd say that's like a really fond childhood memory of mine.
Dang.
Jordan, I'm thinking of a number 1 through 10 right now. Can you guess it?
8.
Nope. Close though. No, I'm kidding.
Dang.
It was three. It was three. I've never done. I don't know. I'm just being
Not that close.
spontaneous.
Sheesh.
Yeah. What's your favorite fish to eat?
Everything's favored, by the way, with us.
I don't know.
Bro, that's the
What's your least favorite fish to catch, and then what's your most favorite fish to eat?
Least favorite fish to catch and my most favorite fish to eat is halibut. It's both.
It's the same fish?
Yeah, and I'll
How's
tell
that
you.
possible?
Okay, so I mean, I love king salmon. Like, I love fishing for salmon. That's like a great, fun fight and great fishing. But like halibut, so the fishing conditions, like you most of the time have to go like decently offshore. And like, yeah, I just, recently, I think in the past like few years, I've been getting a little like seasick. I've never really happened to me before, but like, just I'm not like throwing up. It just gets me like nauseous. And yeah, I would say, I like to just be in the calm waters if I'm going on a boat. Don't want to have to like be in like deep sea, like 5 waves, like rock or 5 foot waves, like rocking back and forth. But it tastes so good. It's like buttery, flaky. Like
Flaky.
the
Salmon,
halibut,
right?
the halibut burger is probably one of my go-to meals. Like back home, there's a bunch of spots in Anchorage, and they got the best food. Shout out Mama O's.
You gotta bring us there when we come to
Yo,
Alaska.
send the counter invite with the 30-minute reminder beforehand. That'd be great.
Bet.
It'll be my second trip. Joanne, have you been to Alaska?
No, I haven't been to Alaska, but I've been waiting for Jordan Green to give me that invite. But I was waiting. I was doing like net 3 years on that, whatever how many days that is. Jordan gets it, the reference brand deal money type stuff. But yo, so on that no, we're asking a lot of favorite questions, but I want to ask an open-ended question. Jordan, is there any questions you want to ask us?
What's been your favorite part about creating Unstructured Pod?
Probably
Favorite question,
just-
sorry.
That's a good question.
It's just like the complete unknowingness of what's gonna be said next. Not even like not just of my own mouth, but Jawan's mouth and the guest's mouth. Like it's just it's so fresh because it doesn't get old. You hop on here, you're gonna talk about a new topic, something brand new every single time. We try and get a whole bunch of diverse guests. So I would say that my favorite part about the Unstructured podcast is just the unknown.
I'm gonna go. I love that. I'm gonna go. I think even deeper, wholesome. I think it's the opportunity, bro. Jordan, you resonate being a business owner like myself, right? Days are crazy. If I get 30 minutes in a day to just talk like this and talk shop and talk whatever, I love that. And doing it with a guy like Ethan. I don't mean to timestamp this, Ethan, because I know we're not fans of doing that. But Ethan and I just golfed 27 holes recently. I'll put it that way. 27 holes straight.
Yeah.
Okay? And we're just talking shop. If I get to spend 30 minutes with guys like Jordan Green, who's literally going to take over sports and entertainment one day, and I can go to one of his shows that he's going to have the next Rolling Loud type vibe. That's calm, though. That's what I would say, honestly, is spending that time of 30 minutes a day. That's it. Our pot are not an hour, 30 minutes a day. Just talk shop, go on the rest of your day.
Love it.
Yeah, I fully agree. And
You're the host now, by the way. We're the analysts.
That's what I was saying, Jordan.
Thanks for asking a question, though.
That was dope. That was fire. But yo, Jordan. So I only had one other quick question. Ethan, did you have anything else, though?
No, go ahead. All you, bro.
All right. My big question, bro, is what is Jordan Green's eulogy? I think is that how you say it?
Eulogy.
Eulogy. What do you want it to read in one sentence?
1 sentence eulogy.
I want to give back to everyone that's given to me and beyond. Like I want to impact. That's not one sentence, but I guess eulogy
No,
wants.
you're good, bro. Just keep explaining. Like it's good for content.
I want to give back to Alaska. I think like that's what really made me as a person, and like I'm get to be one of 700,000 and change people out of 7 billion people. If you think about that, I'm 0.001% of the world or whatever that math is. And so I feel like I'm like indebted to, what has given me so much and my core values and how I treat people and go about relationships and care about other people. Like that's what Alaska built me, and so I want to be able to like pay that forward to like the future generation and help the state prosper and leave a legacy there, and hopefully that impacts the rest of the world. Like that's what I would care about, I guess.
Let's go, bro. I love that. I have one. I just thought of one more question, Jordan. So I was in Alaska, um, 7 years ago, something like that, something crazy like that. It's crazy. I think that it was sophomore year of high school, and I went to 3 cities, and I want you to rank them for the pod. So I went to Juneau, I went to Skagway, and I went to Ketchikan. So rank those three Alaskan cities.
I can't
Yeah.
because I haven't been to any of them,
What?
unfortunately. Yeah, so the unique part about Alaska is that I mean, obviously the biggest state, but for me to go from Anchorage to these places, it's about an hour and a half, an hour plane ride. So
Dang.
I never had any like real reason to go out there. It's a tourist destination. It's the destination where you go if you're going on a cruise.
That's what I did. That's what I did. That's
Seasonal,
what I did.
exactly. Seasonal fishing as well. So I've
Yeah.
actually never been to any of those places, but you just gave me motivation and a reason to hopefully get out there soon.
So beautiful, man. So nice.
Bet.
I think that's like a great way to display the state. Just be able to go on a cruise, visit a whole bunch of different cities. I don't know where Anchorage is in relation. Is it more of in the middle of the state?
It's northwest, but it's on the peninsula. It's still on the coast. So if you dock at Seward, which a lot of cruise ships do, if they continue up to go to like more of the mainland of Alaska, not the islands, um, then it's about like a 2.5 hour drive like through the peninsula. And
Dang.
we're on like a marshland, so a lot of
Hey, you
mosquitoes, low key. I
guys
mean,
giving us terminology today.
we're surrounded by ocean and an inlet right in front of us, and we get wild king salmon, massive moose, grizzly bears, eagles,
Whales.
whales. Like
Yeah.
it's phenomenal.
The
You
whales
can't
were
–
crazy. The wildlife there is nuts. It is
100%. Not every day you can say leave school and you get to see these animals at your doorstep. So
Jordan, can I ask you? I actually have another question too. I'm sorry, I have to ask it.
fire
And
away.
I don't mean to always talk about Alaska. I know it's near and dear to heart, but I like to learn about other things.
Yeah,
If I were to show up one day and you're literally just like chilling with like shout out Jack Nelson or like you're just like doing your vibes, right? And you're
yeah.
just like sitting there like on your lawn chair type vibe. And I just sit right next to you and be like, yo, is this cool? And you like I'm in Alaska and I just sat right next to you. Like, would your reaction be like, yo, or you just like, oh, it's good gang? Like what would be the
What
vibe?
is that question?
I think I don't know. Ran like weird question. I don't know how you phrase that, but like I think for like I would get a lot of satisfaction and I would live Alaska like vicariously through you. Like I think because I grew up there, I almost can't appreciate it enough because it's all I've ever known. But for you to come there for the first time and to experience fishing, to experience zip lining through the mountains, to experience climbing a glacier, to experience going on a
Sheesh.
helicopter and flying and dropping into a random mountain, like seeing your excitement would like amp me up so hard. And to be honest, I haven't really gotten the opportunity to like show off Alaska to a lot of people because I'm still in college. It's been hard for people to make the trip up. It's far away. Not that far. People still need to make the effort. But I think also with the way like, the world is heating up a little bit, like global warming is obviously real. I think Alaska is low key going to become more of an ideal place to live. Our winters will be more mellow and, we'll hopefully grow as a population.
I mean,
So really quick on that note, bro, as we're literally got shout out my MacBook here. So right now flights are 950 nonstop for 527. So yo, anybody out there raising canes, any brand that wants to sponsor me, let's get UGC content for y'all. I'll come out to Anchorage, Alaska, catch the salmon, and then you know what we're gonna call that? A caniac combo. We're gonna call it a saniac combo for the salmon. Don't know if that makes sense. But on that note, Jordan Green, what's the word of the day to wrap up this pod and why?
Quickly before the word of the day, the founder of Raising Cane's, Todd Graves,
Yes, sir.
built 2 locations in Alaska because he was on a fishing boat, I think, crabbing and lived in Alaska and like saved up money to then start the first Raising Cane's. So, yeah, we're like obscurely a state that has a few canes when, I know
That's
they don't have a
crazy.
lot of like locations other places. But word of the day. Vision. I would say, being in LA right now, I'm more motivated than ever. I'm getting up earlier than I ever am. I'm working later than I ever am. And like, you can feel the excitement like in the air, like, come from a place where it's not as lively, and for me to just like I'm just trying to get fully immersed, and like I have this vision that I'm chasing towards, and so it's just exciting every day to like wake up and just get to work and to meet new people, connect with people I've chatted with in the past, and but like you guys said, like making sure I still take some time out of my day every day to like be a sane person and like connect, and whether it's just talking shop or just relaxing, like just still gotta make sure you take care of your mental health because that's very important.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, listening, whatever you're doing. This week's episode of the Unstructured Podcast. From Jordan Green, Juwan Farr, and myself, Ethan Zaretsky, we out.